It is my pleasure to be with Scott Young, Executive Director of Syned. Scott, welcome to Wicked6.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, did you like what you saw today?
I was very impressed. It was very well produced. You guys did it last year.
Just a proof of concept last year. This
was
here's
over
the first
top.
real one.
This was great. This was fantastic.
Well, you've been doing great things in California with Syned through California Cyber Hub. Talk about what you do in California.
We're working with California to try and build uniformity to the cybersecurity approach. One thing we found is that everybody was disconnected. It's a huge state. I mean, there's 40 million people there. It's 1,000 miles from one end to the other. The socioeconomic diversity is just all over the map. And everybody was doing things in pockets and in silos and not talking to each other. So we tried to become and have become the catalyst to get people to work together and start sharing things and not being so duplicative in their effort. And it's paying off. One of the things that we did that we really wanted to do about getting community involved with cybersecurity was to run something that would draw the Main Street community into cyber competitions. And as you know, cyber competitions aren't exactly the most exciting thing to watch. And one of the things that struck me when I observed the Cyber Patriot competition, watching the kids compete was kind of like watching paint dry for a spectator. So we kind of came up with the idea that we were going to shorten the competition, make it similar to Cyber Patriot, but we were going to wrap it in a block party. And we were going to have regional parties or regional competitions that were open to anyone. There's no barrier. We engaged a cyber range that was hosted on Amazon Web Services so that the cost of entry would be low. The minimum requirement to compete in the thing was a Chromebook and an internet connection. We managed to pull this off in 10 locations, 10 regions across the state. Each region competed within its region, and it was city mayor against city mayor. The teams represented the mayors, and the winning team would take the trophy. It's a perpetual trophy, so the mayor will have to defend it again next year. They took the trophy to the mayor's city council meeting and gave it to him in front of the city council and the community.
Sweet.
And the lights just come on. I mean, the mayors are like, these kids are amazing. We need to get them internships. We need to do more of this. We need to get behind this. We need to.
So there are a couple of eSport arenas in California. There's one in Oakland and there's one in Irvine.
I think it's a branch of this, is the one in Irvine.
When will you be playing in the arena in California?
We want to make the cyber competitions the preliminary or the roll-up. And you and I have always talked about making cyber competitions kind of like a CIF competition, you know, the sporting, the high school sporting. I've kind of pivoted from that and kind of want to make it more like the PGA, so we can get teams of various levels competing on the same course. And teams with a handicap have the potential of beating somebody who has a lower handicap or more of a professional.
But to develop a handicap, you have to be playing over a longer period of time.
That's true. That's true. And that's what we want. We want to encourage longer term play. You know, you build a team, because we discovered that the teamwork, the activity of participating as a team, it builds these basic human traits. It lets kids practice these human traits of communication, collaboration, creativity, persistence, and adaptability. And those are the things that every employer I've talked to, those are what they want to have in their employees. They're not really so interested in the technology they know, because they know it's changing.
Well, tell me, you're very involved in competitions. You believe in the value of competitions. What's the most important thing related to working in cybersecurity that a competition teaches you?
communication, collaboration, creativity, persistence, and adaptability. It's that ability to come into a situation that is changing, that is fluid, and work with your easily adapt and work with your coworkers, learn how to build teams and be a part of a team, and be challenged and overcome and challenge and overcome. And if you get beat, you're not defeated. You just try harder the next time, or you continue to try until you are successful. That's the key to this whole cyber competition, is to build these resilient individuals who are, I mean, it doesn't even matter if they go into cybersecurity. If you get a doctor who has that trait, or if you get a politician who has that trait, or anyone who has those traits, to be able to think about working together as a group, as a community, or, you know, it could be 5 people, it could be 10 people, it could be 10,000 people. But it's that community and being able to overcome these challenges that present themselves.
Well, through Syned, your affiliation with CyberHub, you have truly taken California to that level, and I really hope other states follow your lead.
They're contacting us, and that's why we've created something called the Cyber Guild, so we can move outside of California. And we've actually even received inquiries from the United Kingdom about developing this competition. And our dream is one day to have an international Mayor's Cup competition, because mayors are ubiquitous across the world. So it would be fun to do something like that.
Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, Dan.